My oh my, we are at the last pre-recorded episode. I played this back on June 15th. I am recording this on August 13th. I haven't played anything in the meantime, just to catch up with myself. And, now with the new microphone, new software, hopefully I've got things squared away, set up in OBS well enough that I will be able to bring it to you live. Yes, memes, vibes, and live. From Puzzle Fuzz and Mr. Bugbag gro-Durzog, loading in, slow and steady. This man likes to grill and chill, as many of us do. And he is making his way, as you may recall, to Nessus to return to the Legion. He wasn't in the Imperial prison for very long, mind. He was a bit confused about being sent to the Imperial City from his post in Arsenium. They woke him up rather abruptly, and sadly he was asleep at his post. But, then he got shipped off to the Imperial City, and then a couple weeks later shipped off to Morrowind. So he has been trying to rejoin the garrisons here. And he found out that he has to go all the way up to Nessus. Now, it would have been a simple Silt Strider trip. And it'll still take us a little while to get there. But for now, we are water walking. We made our way up to Aldrune and then back down, got turned around a bit to Narnamak. But that was pretty convenient because we were looking for the underground, or rather underwater, city, or city in the water, whatever that lady's drunk cousin said that he saw. Gotta stay hydrated. And that's empty. Well, anyway, so we've got our sword. It's a spell sword with an enchanted sword, making his way up the coast. I think if we ever make our way out of town, we will be going over by land, but instead we're kind of making for Vvardenfell over there. That is our landmark. And yeah, as you'll notice, the music is still on mute. So no battle music. It's pretty tough to see if they're sneaking up on you, and pretty tough if they are sneaking up on you underwater. Yeah, finally get a hit in through the veil of surface tension, and alas, we are over encumbered again. So what shall we do? Guess we could just munch on a Guguti hide, just in mad desperation. And away we go. Yeah, we've got plenty of mushrooms. Could eat the meat. It would make a bit more sense. Or perhaps it would make more sense from an RP perspective to drop it. But let's see. Shall we do a bit of pearl diving? We've lost our sanctuary from the other team. Let's see. No collops to be found in this formation. Often there are if you find a kelp like that. You'll get collops. But alas, that was not to be this time. We have had some good luck pearl diving last episode, however. I lost track of how many we have. I can't actually check in person next episode, and because I've got big plans, for what I think ought to just be a good bit of fun. We'll take it to a natural stopping point. So we have empty flasks. Still didn't see how many pearls there were, jeez. And we see we're making for Vvardenfell as fast as we can. Normally it tries not to run, but now we're in a bit of an excited state, trying to get there as quick as we can. Up to Nessus, up to General Dars, and up to rejoin the glorious Ruby ranks. But we don't really have the magic to get back above the water again, and without the battle music you really gotta stay sharp, keep your head on a swivel, because these slaughterfishes, you see, will come at you from all sides with a huge aggro distance. It's quite inconvenient, and oh, there go the cats. Okay. Yeah, the cat sniffed around before and must have heard me talking. Well, I say cats, because it is cat, brother and sister. And comes the brother cat, Cute little guy, a lot cuter than a swordfish, yes. It's an old Siamese cat. Very soft. Yeah. Sadly, we won't be getting 100 gold a piece for them. Even if we were... Oh, there. Visiting Creeper. That's my water bottle getting knocked over. Even if we were visiting Creeper, it doesn't buy alchemy ingredients, so... It makes you wonder where the money's at in glass and ebony. Here we are drowning a tad. This is why I had telekinesis queued up, but we are sadly quite short on magic. We'll probably have to do the rest of this overland. Since we can't avoid enemies by water walking. It does... Well, yeah, they do kind of justify it in game for, oh, you're an outlander, so they want to attack you, they're less unfamiliar. And I think I said this last episode. A lot of people have been there for 13 years, tops. Their sense would also be unfamiliar. So, I guess that's why they mostly stick to the cities. Or their farms, or whatever. But, yeah, time to sit and have a big thinkety-think. I think. And just kind of reflect. We are so close, and yet so far away. It is a big moment for him. We've been traveling for days now. Overland up the entire western edge of this island. And now we are just taking a moment to take stock. Ask ourselves how ready we really are for this, but also to enjoy the view of the sea, treacherous sea, filled with fish who want to eat you. But we have overcome, and we shall overcome this cliff racer as well, through the use of our magic. Why is this frozen? Come on, pal. What has happened here? Okay. Why is VLC hanging like this? It's part of the problem with watching yourself. And I know, gonna have to trim that part out. I know that it's not going to translate well between an audio and video desync. That's been the problem I've been having, even if I don't intend to have it. It'll just be a few seconds, so it may... Let me go for a few seconds without talking. Maybe if I trim that, it'll work, but it's going to get thrown out of sync anyway. It always does. I'll be happy to get it all mixed into OBS, because even without, or maybe it was, I record the footage in OBS, then record my voice either through a separate mic into Audacity or now into WavePad, and splice them both together with OpenShot. I won't need OpenShot anymore. So it'll be one less thing in the chain, you know, kind of like the old deep fried meme thing, where you take a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot of a screenshot, you know, turtles all the way down, and wind up with something very different from what you had intended. Now I know, or Bugbag knows, that's not a Legion fort, and it doesn't look like any other Dunmer city that he's seen. But it's not what he's after. We're after the fort. Maybe we'll explore that someday. You know, I guess if we get our marching papers to go there. One reason or another. Even though, yeah, out of character, I know full well that there will be. Yep. There goes the rat sneaking up on us. Okay. Didn't see him before, but... Guess we have it within sight, so let's break into a run. Yes, sir. Make our way over. Ding to athletics, very good. We're moving at a pretty good pace, you know. Maybe I'm just too used to like having 30 speed or so, but I'm quite satisfied. I also think Code Patch might add something to do with it. That's what I suspect. And here we see Pantsless Dude. In true Bugbag fashion, we will stop to help those in need. Hynab stole his pants. What was Hynab? Hynab Lasamsi stole his pants. Maybe I could talk to him and get his pants back. Well, Very good. If we see him, we shall certainly have a word. And we are comfortable. Very good. So let's make our way up into town, have a look around. Should probably head to the fort first, but let's see if we can't find this Hynab fellow. Are you Hynab? Come on. You are Maconius? Man Illa, so like a imperial name and then an Ashwinder surname. Unless, because there's Symmachus. That's a Greek name, but it's a Dunmer name. Let's go ask the nearest guard. Who is this guy? Why, you are Mulvirian Palinix. Okay. Come on, friend. Come on. Wearing similar armor. I know I'm not reinstated yet, but... Okay. I get the feeling there's going to be a bit of hazing. Maybe they don't like seeing an orc about, I don't know. Oh, at least here's a fellow orc soldier. Hello, friend. Dul Grodush. Where's the general?
Say your words.
Yeah, I will. Where is the general? Interesting. Not at the fort. I always found that kind of odd. You know, but I guess it just goes to show that that it is very much a frontier operation. So is this the trade house? No, this is the barracks. And now it'll come in handy. Come on. Yeah, I might as well heal up. Is this the trade house? And then downstairs. And sure look happy to see me. Oh, you're pretty well decked out, pal. Yes, I am looking to join. So where's the general? Okay. Huh. With the help of House Redoran, no less. Interesting. They might be a nice outfit to join up with, if we do ever wind up joining a group like that. Bugbag has no need of us. He has his tent.
Yes.
Well, sign me up. We're already in it, so... Now we're to recruit. What are you talking about? I was a full-on trooper. Well, guess if I have been disgraced, I should be able to be back at all. Well, let's get used to town. Let's take the one he issued us. That'll need some fixing. We don't really have hammers. We can't really use them on the fly anymore either, with the realistic repair mod. Permission to leave my tent here, sir. I assure you I'll come back for it.
Why are you away from your post?
Someone in particular? Optio Balagra, camp prefect of the Death's Head Legion garrison. Baladas, interesting. Edmana Balmawia. Okay. Get some idea of who's who out here. This is lovely architecture. I always thought that.
Fight well.
I think House Redoran, even though I hardly ever play them, really do have the most pleasant place to visit. You know, despite all the trouble of being under Scar and getting stuck on the bridges and stuff. Apart from that, once you get into the manors, and the shops behind there and all that, it really is quite wonderful. And I mean the big shops. What is it? Where they call it the, wherever the Lady Morvain is staying. Quarters of some kind. I don't really need to sell the redware pot. In fact, it might do us some good to buy one for more stew storage. But then we need the metal bucket to cook the stew, tea kettle to make tea. I don't think that's being picked up. I hope it isn't. Getting a bunch of Windows gobbledygook now. Oh, okay. So he's willing to deal with me, even though I have skooma, but he's not willing to buy it. I mean, if he's willing to deal in skooma with all these legionnaires around, that is... It's light cause for alarm, but also rather convenient. Even though he doesn't buy it, he's not, willing to shut me out over it anyway. So, let's see, we got 5 pearls, 3 bits of dreg wax. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. terms of both gold and valuables. Yeah, so let's see if we can't maybe sell him some pearls. He already has 3, so he's probably not going to want to give us too much gold for it, but I'll call that fair. And the Dregwax fortifies strength. One of very few things in the game that has that. Now, of course, if I was metagaming, I might like to, bribe him to get a better price on things, but we are thirsty, so let's get maybe some of that water that we just did. Stew does both feed and hydrate. We are fully hydrated, which pays, because again, gotta stay hydrated. So, where were we? Selling that, fixing that and selling that. Selling some of this other junk. Selling the skooma quick as we can. Still a bit of stew, but not going to force feed myself, evidently. Maybe we can leave some of this stuff here. Like that stew, that'll make a good dinner. For sure. And some of the tea, Scathecraw tea, should be pretty handy up this way. Resist blight, decent amount. Let's heal up a little more. See what and who there is to see. Got some trade people out there. Okay. And we are just leaving this a marker for my future editing. 17 minutes in now. Yes. And finding our way back to the fort. And you'd think after making... Oh, that's another thing I wanted to tell you. Because on the second channel, Big Time Music, I finally put those music videos up I mentioned I don't know how long ago. But that aside, I also have found several songs I made very early on in 2016, in like February and April. But I never did release them, even though I had sort of a concept album going for one about internet-induced paranoia. And another thing, basically kind of a beat tape. So I'm eager to get that together. I should at least have enough for the first one. Let's see. This is not the way out. What is the way out? And then maybe I can just evade Dole here and see if I can't stash this somewhere within a reasonable distance from town. Not to inconvenience myself too much. I mean, don't really try and announce it that we are carrying skooma, but we do need to eat, after all. And if the blades, are already handing out moon sugar, I mean, how bad could it be? Why is it really banned under imperial law? Makes you wonder. Okay, where we go? That's the way we probably would have come in if we came over by land. That might have been fun to see, because, then you see the fort right away. But it was not to be. It did not go according to plan. Do you suspect anything? What could be going on now? Well, in any event, we do have stuff to do. Need to see if we can repair and then sell this old one that we got from Arle, way back there. Let's see, we don't really have a forge to work with, so we're gonna need to ask you for repairs on pretty much everything. And that's the thing, the more expensive your gear is, the more it costs to repair, because presumably the more expensive materials that... I'm surprised there's not a thing where it's like, oh, I don't even have the stuff to repair this stuff, if they're too badly broken. It's like, where am I supposed to get bone mold? Do you see any bone mold here? But I guess if we save the pieces and they just glue it back together. We could use an Imperial Broadsword. That would be... that'd be mighty nice. Especially because then I could enchant it. And Bugbag would be a spell sword with his own spell sword. That'll be part of the plan. You know, especially if I could get like a nice absorb health effect or something on it. I mean, absorb fatigue, fights don't go on that long, do they? To put it on a weapon, necessarily. So just kind of want to go with absorb health, but even then, if you're already topped up on health, then using the sword becomes kind of a waste. What else could I put on that? Because I know the Imperial Broadswords don't have too much enchant power either. It would mostly be for RP value. You know, to have that be the sort of thing Bugbag would make. Gonna want to trade out this bone mold too for Imperial Chain, but first to celebrate with a bit of fireworks. We're in the Legion again, and typical. No fireballs, no fireworks. Let's just hope no one saw that, and just make our way down from the roof. Should probably spend a little more time to take in the view, but we must, you know, make the brisk hustle of shame as we make our way around with no magic here. Nothing really to talk with that lady about either. Oh, that does sound nice. Yeah, she does sound nice. Nicer than, you know, a lot of people have been. But hey, disposition's 55 and, oh, yes, citizen. What about it? I'm trying to go over there to talk to your friend. Could you let me pass, pal? I know I'm new here, but come on. Come on, can I just, thank you. I plan to. Okay, for the glory of Tiber Septim, you and I should be honored to be in its service. Optio, yes, he is, where is he? I haven't seen him at the fort. So, yeah, come on. Come on, young boy. Let me through. I know. Yes, yeah, we're Legion buddies. Could you please? Yeah, this is Fort Darius. Where's Optio? Come on, friend. Come on, do I gotta climb up on the bed to get around you? Gotta climb the walls somehow? What are we doing? I get it. Okay, he's the new guy. Maybe I can heal up at least and give you a moment to get out of my way. Oh, looks like we're healed up. Okay, thank you. At last. Oh, very funny, Yumble. Hilarious. Okay, there we go. It's just, yeah. Leave them to it. Whatever chat they were having that I interrupted. Let's see, maybe Optio is at the barracks that we saw before. Maybe we get a hunch, look down in the river. There's a tomb there. I know it's my first day on the job, but can I really pass up a bit of tomb robbing? We should sell these shoes though first in case we find anything good that we'll want to carry back. So let's see what these people have for sale. Still the skooma stashed up there. That's good. That's £8 also. We don't have to worry about anymore right now. So Habani Zabinatus. Huh. So we got hammers. We got... What does she take? She's got a lot of Imperial gear for an Ashlander sounding lady. I should try to find a closed helm. But maybe the steel helmet would do, maybe not. The iron helmet, I don't know, but that's not like Legion issue though. And then who are you? Shulki. Shulki Oshinbabi. What do you got, Shulki? You have got the camping gear and you sell. You sell moon sugar. Maybe I can sell the spoon to you in a bit. I need to update Ashfall. In fact, before I do the next episode, I mean, I've updated it to a point. I'll keep that ring. They're very handy, as I've noted before, for enchanting. But the new Ashfall not only has like a greater variety of cookware, like the metal bucket, kettle, etc. that I had. So I wonder what will happen to those. and it has the crafting abilities that I tested in bonus episode number 2. Those are quite good. I really look forward to using those a bunch more. But there is the little matter of merchants having different gear based on who they are and what amount of gold they have and whatnot. Different camping gear. The ones who are flagged to have camping gear, which you can adjust in your own mod config. I'm quite excited to see what he's done with it, because I like just about everything Murloc has done so far. Again, it's basically everything I wanted from the game 20 years ago in terms of simulationist, immersion, whatever you want to call it. He's gone and done it. I don't necessarily agree with his interpretation of skooma, but he's probably done a bit more research into it than I have, so, in terms of what the effect ought to be in game. But it's like I mean, maybe that's my own naivete showing. Like, I assume that with something like, moon sugar, like a gotta go fast type of thing, where it's like literally fortify speed is the main effect. Does that really affect one's perception of color? I didn't think so, anyway, and I wouldn't know offhand, but yeah. Color and time as well, because it slows down the music. For those of us playing with music, which is, I know, the vast majority of Morrowind players. But I don't feel like getting my stuff claimed again. Forget that. And let's see if we can't water walk. How did we get that magic back? We must have taken a potion at some point. So, let's see. I get the feeling, hint hint, that this will be a very profitable trip to take at a low level over to Phallus Ancestral 2. It is now time for a manual save, because we have made our way halfway through the episode, pretty much. Nearly. Get a surprising amount done compared with last episode, in fact. Get here, goes through whispers again. Look at a stabbed skeleton. Skeleton run through with steel longsword. If we didn't already have the enchanted blade, that might be a nice find. Might still be a nice find, actually, if it wasn't so heavy. Lug it back, sell it. Take these at the very least. They don't weigh too much after all. Surprised you don't find like cursed oh, this is locked. Cursed mundane items. Like, it's always cursed gems, stuff like that. Happy days that has unlocked our target, so yeah. But never it's like just a cursed piece of paper, cursed repair prongs. I think that'd be funny. I mean, I thought for a moment, oh, you can't really have cursed consumable items, but that's what the gems are. You can use them in potions, or eat them. Which is a weird thing to say and think about, eating, for example, an emerald. Just, okay, away we go. Hope that doesn't cut your throat on the way down. Jeez. Assuming it's a cut emerald, of course. Sharpened, or not sharpened, whatever it would be. And that's why it's just the term of art, right? Cut, shaped, sculpted. I know that's not the term of art, but it is kind of what happens in a cut gemstone. Away we go. Down to something which could prove quite profitable indeed, and all we had to do is face up a scamp. An homage to Mr. Debride. And Denstagmer's a ring. I wonder if that's what the D stands for. I don't know enough about this. We don't really need the healing ring right now. We got a ruby amulet for our troubles. Switch back to the lockpick in case something's cursed. Now, one thing I would love to know is if you ever have to, like that thing where they say, oh, don't loot your chests until you're high level because of the random level loot, and come back for it, and then you might get better soul gems and more gold and this, that, and the third, and better weapons. However, if you kind of prod it like I did there, and it's locked, so you don't actually see the thing, but then if I kind of work myself out of that, if I ever come back here, On the slim chance, very slim chance, because we just walked into an alcove with nothing but a pile of bones, a spider web, and started to feel chilly. I think we're through with Falla's ancestral tomb. We have made quite a coup, however, because Denstagmer's ring, 30% resist frost, 30% resist fire, 30% resist shock. Unfortunately, not reading left to right there or right to left. But those are the status effects. They're quite handy. So let's see if we can't get our skooma back and some precious firewood along the way. And sell that over to Miss Shulky. And let's get all stone flowers here. Because those, I believe, also have a fortify strength effect. Restore strength, rather. Excuse me. Restore strength. And gold canet also is restore strength. But I think we saw it firsthand before that Tumashaga, you can mix together gold canet and stone flowers and get restore strength. But they also both have drain luck baked in. And so with the code patch, at least you don't have to worry so much about fortified skills being drained and then restoring them only to the base level, and then you gotta remove your buff and then restore it again. That's done away with, thank God. That was such... I used to have to plan for that. Crazy. Because I was playing a lot of Atronach characters as well, so then you take the restore attributes thing from a shrine to get you basically all the magic you could ask for, and it would absorb half the effects, because it's a flurry of effects, and then absorb the other half. And so maybe you would get the effect you needed, maybe not. You'd have to roll the dice again, 50-50 once again for each effect. And so that, I think one time I had to do it 4 times in a row, and yeah, the shrines were free at the time, because Rock is pretty high up in the Imperial Cult. Hasn't done everything yet, though, I don't think. I wonder if he's the one that I could maybe... Oh, so she sells moon sugar, but not gonna buy skooma. So does she just prefer it raw? Or what? I don't know. But I think we're gonna have to hide the skooma at the other side of town, because we don't want Duel watching us again. And there doesn't really seem to be anyone here. Let's see, so this could prove mighty convenient. Don't want to get too close to the town gate, though, in case there are patrols. Looks like a little house, so hopefully they don't disturb things. If we kind of mess home in the dirt, that's the Vvardenfell hut. Okay. Have to make note of that. Make note of where the skooma is exactly. Hopefully, whoever Vvardenfell is, they don't go and just check over by the tree trunk. Let's say we sunk it into the mud a bit. Pluck up some of this firewood. Still a little wet, one assumes, even though in Ashfall it doesn't matter if it's wet or dry wood. We've come down with the flu from being out in the rain for too long. So we've got dense stagners around, but we've also got the flu and the lungs. Stuff drained in the meantime. Take a little while to get over, for sure. Oh, nice. So, bless you. Oh, that's Bugbag himself. Albie, that's a nice touch. Character sneezes when he's got the flu. And so let's see if we can't cure this thing. Maybe it's a common disease. Maybe we should make our way over to the cult shrine. See if they can't have some kind of remedy. So we gotta make our way all the way over here. Way back to the other side of town by the fort. Because I'm not going to no tribunal temple, Bugbag isn't. And we go to top to Ogre. Chaplain Ogre. What does he have in store for us? Pardon? At least we can, cure disease. Or at least restore attributes, yeah. So everything is as it should be. But then let's try to cure. You're not afflicted with common disease. You still have the flu. And we're feeling cold. We don't have a cold, but we still have the flu. Yeah, let's test. Yeah, it works. All is indeed as it should be at long last. Okay. 82 willpower. Not too shabby. I think some of that will be from the dang, from either being, well, hydrated? Instead, we're looking at what's draining us. Speed is still, or would be still pretty drained. See if there are any spells we could use. We might get a good spell from later. It'd be 155 gold, or just 10 gold at a clip. And we don't have cure on others. Cure poison, 5 points of magicka, not bad, but it's a shame that there's no reason to use cure poison on others. And that reminds me as well. There was a curse spell effect that I think was in the original manual that they never used, and I don't know if there was a remove curse. But there was indeed a curse spell effect, a lot of which, you know, in game is really represented by other adverse spell effects. Those of you who've seen the East Empire Company all the way through know what I mean. But, yeah, crab meat, salt rice. I used to think that it was salt rice for ages. I never made the connection that it's just salt and rice, and you would think that I would, just because I have some faculty in German. Learning German on and off since before I even started playing Morrowind. Famous for compound nouns like that. But I never made the connection salt rice. Even though I enjoy buttery rice, but that will have some salt in it. Yeah, let's see. Cellar max, boom. Good to go, baby. We've got some stuff we can use, some stuff we can't really use as yet. And a book that he might not be interested in. I'm not too interested in lugging it around, but it is what it is. It is what it is. See, that's the guys. I think we don't really want to talk to again. Certainly not Yambul and Gavari. I'm very tired, ain't that the truth? See anything else needs repaired? Oh. Is that dance from the old country? Okay. Yeah, sell that to you because I can't really use them on the fly again.
Yes.
What else can I do? Not alive. Oh, so if you compare those redware pots, I think they might be of the same size and capacity. If so, that'll be mightily convenient. We're doing pretty well on gold. Finally over 1,000 gold consistently, at least for now. The thing is that there's all kinds of restoration, even conjuration, possibly mysticism and alteration effects, which are a lot easier to get if you're willing to set foot in a tribunal temple. Bugbag is not. He doesn't have very much respect for the native religion or customs, and which is why he's probably not going to wind up joining Goriet House, even Hlalu, or even Redoron for that matter, even though it's Darius' second man who really respects the Redoron. It'll be Legion, to an extent, the cult and the blades all the way. Let's go up and get dinner. There it is. Stew and tea. I think we were called away for a moment.
I haven't much time.
Yep,
so
there must have been. So
quick about this.
off we go. Just kind of stare at dinner through the fog of words and Bugbag's mind's eye there. Get a good look at Mr. Maddox's face. Jeez. Maybe a little too good. I wonder if the Bosmer and the Breton were voiced by the same person. Bosmer and Breton males. I could just easily look that up on UESP, but I think instead we're just going to have dinner and look it up later. I realize I do need to stay a bit more focused, because otherwise I'm this close to being one of those people who talks over game footage about whatever they want and never really is doing the Let's Play. I'm afraid of becoming that person. I don't like that person. I do like checking out the barracks. Alien Carnival. Interesting. Then who are you? Orisius Maro. I say one thing to you. It's kind of like listening to a piece of music you haven't in a while, though. Because if you see those names, like I used to pay a lot closer. I mean, I still, maybe I'm just reading faster nowadays, you know. But a lot closer attention to all the names. Every little thing possible to see. And so for a moment, maybe it's just the nighttime. You know. Felt a lot younger for just a moment there. Not what I'm after, though. Mostly after just seeing these places again. Even in the vanilla graphics. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got trapdoor to the barracks. Bunch of stuff. So locked chest. Locked door. That's mightily inconvenient. But at least we no longer have the flu. Oh, I think you heard the ruckus. And let's have a chat. Yeah, I was just looking for Optio. Yes, sir. Block it. Acrobatics and athletics, not in that order. But those will come in very handy at getting around. Yes, we don't need anything right now. It is kind of a shame that, you know, that you can't do like little quests for these guys, or even a quest for Optio, or a quest that boosts your disposition with Optio or with other trainers like Shardy. Oh man, Shardy would be good to have an excuse to boost your disposition. And that might... Okay, I think they're hazing me again. It's even more annoying than what Yambo did. With not letting me pass. But now it's like, okay, they let me pass, but they'll ask me, oh, why am I away from my post all the time? Do they know? Do they know that Bugbag's old post was in Orsenium? At the very least we can get a warm bed after all that rain. Not risk catching the flu again. And it's very weird to see him standing over the bed we were in. Should probably just get up out of here. I think what was going to be our dinner has now become our breakfast. But at least we're fully hydrated, well fed, ready to face the challenges of the day. It should be 4 a.m. I don't know if they're going to do Reveille out here at Fort Darius, and any of the Vvardenfell forts for that matter, but it seems like as fine a time as any to get up, see what there is to see, try and do a bit more business with Shulki. Okay, so, yep, book, anything else that's too heavy, excuse me, won't be needed. Let's see. Could have... I probably sold the shoes already, haven't I? My back. Could probably use this for enchanting, even though it doesn't have as much power as the exquisite one. It is kind of a shame that they only give you like the one design for the exquisite robe, the one design for the exquisite amulet. Might have been 2 for the exquisite ring. But it's just like, if this is the top tier, you know, enchantable stuff, then maybe have a little more variety. I don't know. And there's a requisite variety. Jeez. There's enough variety for me on, you know, on the clothing or on the lower end items, which is what you're going to be spending a lot more time seeing. So wait. Is that Hainad Basamsi? No. Where is he? Maybe before I get my marching papers, I can find this guy. Are you, Haina? Haina? Is that you? It is you. You have the pants. Pants bully. Pants bully. Wait for me. Talk to me. Come on, pal. Yeah, I'll try. Because I just would like his pants back. Oh, I beg to differ, pal.
But make it quick.
Maybe... Like, I'm saving here, but I don't plan on save scumming this, not after last episode. Let's get the Belt of Iron Will going, maybe. Don't have a charm spell. So, maybe we can... Oh. Self-serving. Bless me, I'm trying to help your friend. Oh, friend. What kind of friend could he be if he's taking his pants? Just... I mean, I guess there's got to be some long-standing animosity because that other guy is still Hentus, is still in the river. Where it's like, you know, yeah, why should I listen? Well, okay. Guess we're gonna try and bribe our way out of this. 20 gold. See if this is high enough to get the pants. Alas, not. This is where our price shouldn't have been cheap because we get our way up to 69, but that, no, 68, 78. And let's see. Can't admire him to bump him up over the edge. We've lost, we've gone all the way back down to 70, 67. We've already given him 40 gold. 50 gold? However much we have. Bribe fail. Yeah. Now we're at 69, 57, 48. Tumbling. Yeah, because I think at this point Bugbag is just tired of dealing with this guy. You know, because I think we see what he wants. He wanted his friend Hentus to run out of the river, you know, and chase after him. But Hentus is not giving him the satisfaction. He's been there all day, you know, and then sent me out. You know, which I kind of admire that, not to give boys their satisfaction. Demanding satisfaction is in duel, but not doing myself any favors here. Let's see. Yeah, not much we can do. Get lost. Yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty pathetic, pal. Do I even want to... Not taking my money, get lost, pal. I won't even take Hondo. What can I do about you, Heino? We still... Yeah. Okay, keep walking, pal. Try to see if we're hidden, even though that we're the ones up on the ridge. There's no trees about. Don't really have any ranged weapons to pick them off as I normally would. And even then, I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have stealth. We're not still in stealth. Maybe I should go and pester him a bit more. What more could I have to lose here? Yeah, okay. Nope, can't murder him at the top of the hill. Want to get those pants back. I really... I mean, I say murder. It's really just an aggressive anti-bullying campaign. Okay, so here we go. At least we can have Muck Sponge to kind of console ourselves with. And then go over and visit the general. Get some marching orders. See what there is to do to help advance the cause of the glorious empire. Yohos. Dinodod. Abelmawia. I think that's the guy in charge of the town. But there he is in a hut, not unlike the two others beside it. Huh. I wonder how you get to be a hetman. Like, is it elected? Is it hereditary? I mean, if it's the thing implied by the Cossacks, then it probably... I think the Cossacks elected their leaders. That's where the title of hetman comes from the Turkic Ottoman. For whatever type of leader it was, because obviously the more common name for a Turkish leader was Beg or Bey. Okay, This is my post now, friend. And I am now
Why are you away from your post?
going to ask Mr. General for some orders. So, if you please. Now, let's keep going. What can I do for you, sir? Good morning. A land deed. Well,
Why are you away from your post?
I would be delighted to prove my loyalty, sir. Away we go. Don't take no for an answer. Well, would be nice to have some more docks here. Maybe get some more trade goods, better armor. Someone willing to buy skooma. Who knows what we'll find if they build a dock to the north of town. And yeah, we could probably do a bit of alchemy though, because we can't really pick up our tent yet. Even if we could do one, log it about the egg mine. Fortunately, the stew effect from breakfast is worn off. But let's see what else we got. We got come on. Do we want to? Might it help? It's 4 a.m. Might it help to pay a visit to Hetman Abulmawia, see what he thinks about the situation, or just make for Vabdus? I don't think Bugbag would care to confer with the Hetman about this because he just got what he needed to know from the general. Oh, cat, if you chew on that wire, this is a borrowed microphone.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
Oh, man. You just want a little attention, don't you, friend? Yeah, come here. Man alive. Let's get some restore fatigue. So crab meat, hound meat would help us get some of the weight down, but we did just get this stuff from, yeah, restore fatigue and health. So what shall we call this? Health plus fatigue. Hopefully we get at least a few for our trouble. We can probably see if Ogre has got more wickweed later today, because it would be quite handy to have. We have got 2 out of 10 for our trouble, with an alchemy skill of just about 20. So that stands to reason. Wonder if that's how it's calculated. Again, I might look like a Lao snub, but I'm not Lao snub. It's part of it too, where it's like, you know, if you think on the formulas too long. I mean, that's kind of what I do in my own, like, day job, you know, so it's helpful, it's very insightful. Let's see if I can't grab up the tent. Thanks again, sir, for letting me stow this tent in your office, possibly quarters, but I will be on my way to get that land deed. I know. That's not too bad, actually. That's a pretty decent amount of health, very good amount of restore fatigue. That, over the time, restore, more than our full fatigue bar. Just queue up Divine Intervention, in case we have to get out of there fast. That'll just take us over to the fort, right? So, let's see what there is to see. Do what there is to do with 5 minutes left to go. 5 glorious, lovely minutes. It feels as though I've been just kind of counting the days, counting the hours, till I finally catch up with myself, and we are very nearly there. This is getting to the point where, you know, if I did incorporate music, it'd probably be Home We're Finally Landing. For those of you who are Summoning Salt fans out there, you know, it's a lot of stuff where it's like, you can speedrun Morrowind and take advantage of glitches and stuff, and I would have done that as a high schooler, you know, and it's very cool if you view it as a computer program, with certain inputs and outputs and a certain structure to it, and it requires that deep understanding. But now let's try to understand the crafting mechanic, which I had only just become aware of, and we'll save scum that because I saw it on YouTube at this point, and as you've seen from episode number 2, I've since managed to fix it, but not in the way I expected at first. This is before I even enabled crafting, because it was and might still be in development at the time. So you have to go into mod config, which I'm going to test here, but my resolution isn't quite fixed at this point. You'll see a noticeable increase in resolution and quality, I should hope. And when we come back with the next episode, there will be, when you drag a crafting item, and it'll be marked as such, onto your person in the inventory, then it will prompt you with the crafting menu. And you don't even necessarily have to use that ingredient in whatever recipe it is. Just any crafting item will open the menu. Remarkably convenient. But yeah, if we see here, okay, so I look here, there should be another tab off to the right. I'm going to check all the tabs I can see, but because of mod configuration and my resolution, I'm not going to see where the option actually is. It's going to be fixed off screen in due time. I might ought to cut this, but it will give me some time. You can look here and see for yourself. Diseased meat, I figured that's nice and immersive. Potions hydrate, which makes a lot of sense. It's something I wouldn't have even thought of, Atronachs will gain magic from drinking. Although actually, okay, so all potions are potions. Like I made that crab omelet joke with crab meat and qualm eggs, but that's not what the potion is. Let's see, hunger thirst can kill. I should probably switch that on. Start new games with survival gear. No, although that might be cool for a TS3MP server, although it occurs to me Ashfall doesn't work with OpenMW and TS3MP requires it. So alas, it will never be. Let's switch that off. I don't want it to be too easy for an Atronach character now if I ever roll one again, which I might do. They are fun. For me anyway. It's just my style, That's the beautiful thing about this game, because I can expound upon, and I want to do things this way, and I want to do things that way, and it's great. I will do it this way. I will do it that way. For those of you who may have been looking for this stuff before and want to try it out yourself, I'd be delighted to help you. But in many ways, every copy of Morrowind is personalized. And I'll say that right now because I do have a video idea in the works about modding. That would say and point out every copy of Morrowind is personalized. By the player, not by, an AI las with Super Mario 64. I think that's the meme. But, or is it about, just trying to do, trying to do crafting again. And will it work? It will not work. So I don't want to lose that Guar hide. I bought them from Mada to try this, so that I would have 3, because if you get 3 of these, you can make a small, convenient sack to hide your skooma and anything else you want to do just to clean up things. But in the meantime, we'll fix that off screen. We will talk with the Widow of Abdas next episode and start finally working for the Legion again, advancing the cause of the glorious Empire. So, let's see if we could do with a bit of breakfast in the meantime. I could get some water for myself. Gotta stay hydrated. And until then, we're doing pretty well on the leveling front. Yes, thank you for watching, and I bid you farewell.